Attention! Attention! And now we welcome to the grand trivia stage our great leader, our grand aquarium emperor, the trivia master of this age, the past age, the upcoming age, and ages unknown. Please welcome Grand Trivia Master Fluval. Oh, that was a bad noise. Sorry, Master. Let's try again. Fluval. Oh, that's not so. We must find the noise to pay tribute to all 5 dimensions you hold in your control. Yes, the fake trumpet for Fluval.
Hello, lowly third-dimensional beings out there. Welcome to Grand Trivia. The only show in any dimension where points, they do matter, and losing will cost you everything. Yes, thank you for the proper tribute to me, Stephen Premmel. Thank you for noticing my greatness. And here with me is intern Charlene.
I'm Intern Kristie. My name is Intern Kristie. Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness, we're so excited to have you here for Grand Trivia with Grand Trivia Master of the Aquarium Empire, Fluval.
Yes.
How many grand trivia questions do you have for everyone today?
I have a whopping 20 questions for all of you out there. So get your typing appendages ready, assuming you have appendages and don't type with psychic powers. Get them ready. Get them ready.
Oh my god.
Oh, I do. I don't have those gross appendages you call fingers. Ugh.
Oh no, but the interns do.
Oh yeah, a whopping 20, Stephen Premmel, a whopping 20.
A whopping 20 whole questions.
Also, Stephen Premmel said, hi, Intern Charlie.
Hi, I'm Intern Kristie.
Lindsay Premmel said, hi, Intern Kristie. I don't know why they...
Hi, Lindsay Premmel.
Intern Penelope. I don't know why they're talking about Intern Kristie, but okay.
Because that's my name.
Sure thing, Intern Karen.
It's my name.
Uh-huh.
Kristie. It's Kristie.
I know, it's Karen.
Kristie. Yeah, it's Kristie.
Karen.
But we're so excited because we have a super special guest.
We sure do.
All of you today. And they're about to appear once I fire up the random guest generator. It'll take a moment. But we're going to get a guest.
A guest will be here for sure.
I'll get the random guest generator. Let me boop some bops.
Okay, bops have been booped.
Bops have been booped.
Have the proper bops been booped?
Bops have been booped.
Have they been booped? Let's see. Oh, there it goes. And here's our guest now.
Oh my god!
Hello!
Welcome! This is Grand Trivia with Grand Trivia Master of the Aquarium Empire, Fluval. Welcome to the station. I know you're not at the station. I know we just sort of put you in some sort of time suspended loop on your planet with a big camera faced at you. Don't worry, every single person on your planet is also being forced to watch you right now. So welcome, oh my god, to the show. Tell us, what is your name and what world are you from?
Is some sort of arcane crystal through which you communicate with me.
Sure.
Sure, what's
That's
your name
definitely
and
what it
where
is.
are you from?
Fallethandriel Eth-Rrealis.
Excellent.
I am from the elven woods of Havastory.
Wonderful.
Why do you communicate with us?
Havastory.
I have a story for you.
Oh, about Havastory?
Yeah, I mean...
You know about it?
I feel like we've been there before.
I also realized...
I feel like we were doing some sort of chosen one thing? What's that?
Yeah.
Fluval?
The specific story I'm thinking of may not have happened for you yet. It happened for us, of course, because we're outside of time and space, but I'm not sure if it happened for you. Horde Jedi, yes. Falan, this our guest can read your comments. And yeah, rents are getting very out of control there on Havastery.
Oh my goodness, right? Ever since we set up shop with that, like, the chosen one, which one will it be?
Such a great show.
Are you on the chosen one, which one it'll be? Or are you, like, destroying some sort of object? Maybe finding someone who has great power? Do you have great power and you need to find it within yourself? Tell me what the deal is. What's the deal?
I don't know how you would have heard of the quest that I am upon, but you have mentioned the Chosen One. I am on a quest to find the Chosen One so that we can destroy the... I've spoken too much.
What are you destroying?
Oh my goodness, no, they're totally, I know this one, Fluval. I totally helped produce this one.
You do? Because destroying things is a passion of mine, so I would love to know what you're trying to destroy.
It's the Chosen One. Which one has been chosen? We dumped like 30 Chosen Ones on the planet. One of them destroys half of the population. Another one of them destroys the other half of the population. I think they're like you, but like all twisted and fucked up because of some sort of evil wizard who's different from your evil wizard, who just has kind of a different aesthetic. I don't really know. I worked a lot on that with him, but anyway,
the wizard
we're
is not.
so excited.
So wait, you're trying to destroy the
there.
Chosen One. That's the question we're getting from the
Well,
audience.
if you destroy the wrong one, the whole planet goes. But I think that's scheduled to happen in your past. So we'll see. We'll see how your quest goes. Because right now, we're going to have you face some feats of trivia. Are you so excited to join us to fight for the fate of your world?
And how are you at trivia generally? Are you,
Yes,
due
tell
to
us
your
that.
quote-unquote long lifespan, are you like better at trivia?
I am curious. Are you a sphinx? For to ask such questions of trivia would make you such things on our planet.
You know what I am? Do you know what I am, buddy? Buddy boy,
Yes,
my
it is.
pal.
Yes, it
I'm
is.
Fluval, Grand Trivia Master of the Grand Aquarium Empire. I'm beyond any mere sphinx. I'm a fifth dimensional being. I am so beyond your limited comprehension that you should not even compare me to a mere sphinx. I don't just ask riddles. I do trivia, which is so much more complicated and so much grander of an art form than a mere riddle.
Human woman, why is the fish angry?
What reason does he have to not be? Also, because you don't seem super excited to join us in this trivia game, and honestly, it's kind of like hurting my feelings that you're like all hung up on like us being outside of time and space and like a fish, which I mean, he is, but he's also an iteration of Grand Emperor Aquion, so honestly, you should be a little bit more respectful. I thought that you were, like, real big on tradition and respect in these kinds of
Also,
ancient elven situations.
crudely drawn in the comments has a better comparison. I am much more like a bridge troll.
Yes, oh my goodness. And the bridge is, like, the bridge between the media and your minds. Or the trivia. Let's bring up the trivia thing now.
That's right.
Third dimensional elf creature. Thank you so much for joining us. Do you have a way to like connect to this Kahoot game? It's this interdimensional. Where are you at? Do you have anything that connects to the internet?
I am Fallethandriel Eth-Rrealis. Of course, I would not go on my quest without my arcane crystal.
I see.
Excellent.
I see.
Excellent.
You have a cell phone. That's wonderful.
It is an arcane crystal. I understand as being a fish, you would not understand such things, but a crystal it is nonetheless.
Oh my gosh, he thinks he's so smart. Isn't that kind of fun?
I mean, it's classic elves. They think they live a long time, even though it's still measured in years.
Oh my goodness.
They think they know so much. It's so... Elves. I hate elves. Also, Alice Forever Cemetery is saying, do we remember Rat and Bulldog?
Oh my
who, of course,
goodness, of course.
were on when we went to Mob Earth.
Yes,
and
I heard the Goonion is doing really great.
The Goonion's doing great, and
We're
Stephen
in
Premel says that he's in
talks.
love with Bulldog.
That's fair.
I mean, Bulldog.
Wow. What a
And Rat as
scam.
well.
Dog.
What
That
a
sounds
scam. And Rat.
They
But
were
are you able to
nicknames.
Sign up for this Kahoot.
Yes.
The number for the Kahoot is 107-444-7.
And you can join even after it's underway. And it'll be scrolling along the bottom of the screen for the entire show. And of course, there's a key thing that anyone playing trivia should be sure to remember, which is the quicker you answer, the higher you score. So it's not just about being correct, it's about being first. Horde Jedi points out me saying I hate elves, really putting
Oh my goodness.
Fallethandriel
Fallethandriel means
At
he
ease.
was beautiful and good at, well, you know.
Yeah, sure, I definitely know. I know all about you, buddy. I don't really want to put him at ease. I would love to sort of throw him off and see how he copes with unexpected situations with surprises like this
Fluval's
and this
so
and this.
good
Oh, you don't know where I'm
with
going. You
people.
don't know where I'm going. Where am I going? Where am I going? Huh? You don't know where I'm going. Oh, look, I'm here. Whoa, I'm over here now. Ha ha ha. What do you think about that?
Easily.
I am a 3-card Monty all myself.
Oh my god, are we ready to Kahoot?
I think it's time to get started.
Fallethandriel? Are we ready?
Ask me your questions, I shall not fail this
Oh
question.
my god, yes, let's get started!
Here is our first question. Once the friendly countdown ends. Before they were the Beatles, John, Paul, and George were members of the Grubs, the Quarrymen, the Beats, or Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And I want to be clear, just so you know, they're a human band from Liverpool, England, not a band made of actual like Beatles or beings that went through a transformation into literal Beatles.
That
Or a
would
bunch
have
of
been my
livers.
next question, actually, were these poor, unfortunate souls that were transmuted through some magic into Beatles?
No, it's not a
No,
metamorphosis
they just got
situation.
Super famous.
Ah.
What did you think though? Grubs, Quarrymen beats Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club. Now I know that you've definitely gotten the Beatles if you have an iPhone. It was the Quarrymen!
Wow, everyone aced it.
got it right!
Yeah, the Quarrymen were formed in 1956 and evolved into the Beatles in 1960. Ringo was never a Quarryman.
Wow.
But let's see who's taking the early lead on our leaderboard. Plap!
Oh my goodness!
Plap, 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 plap. Congratulations, Plap.
We got Plap, Beatbar, Alice, an adult.
Ooh, Horde Jedi.
And Cruds bringing up the rear.
Yeah, Horde Jedi pointing out everyone watching tonight are Beatles geniuses, so...
Pow, pow, pow,
Unfortunately
pow,
for you, they don't really come up much in the rest of this quiz, including into question number 2. Which of these was not one of the jawsome 90s superheroes, the Street Sharks? Is that Ripster, Jab, King Shark, or Big Slamoo? I have to clarify something for you. These were humans who were transformed into actual
yes.
shark beings,
I
not
have
just
heard of it.
a fun alias.
Transmutation, yeah.
They are known as street sharks.
Yes,
Yes.
and they're
We do not
jawsome.
have streets in the elven woods.
Ooh,
of
so would they
Havasu.
be called like avenue sharks?
They-
Cul-de-sac sharks?
I think you are confusing us with a human settlement. No, these are the
Freeway
elven
sharks?
woods.
Are they wooded glen sharks?
Yeah, would it Glen
sharks,
sharks?
now that they may be. Those sharks, as we all know, do not live with us.
And one more clarification. We're talking about the 90s cartoon and not the upcoming Grand Aquarium Empire game show Street Sharks, where third-dimensional beings have to escape their neighborhood after we flood it with shark-infested water.
3 of you got it correct. Everyone's so excited.
It was King
about
Shark.
Street Sharks. It was King Shark. Big Slamoo is totally real.
Yes.
I just want to reiterate for everyone here.
Big Slamoo is 100%.
Slamoo is real.
Big Slamoo is 100% a real street shark, and the fourth one isn't named something as silly as King Shark. No, the fourth one is named Streaks. Streex.
That one would probably be a tiger shark, if I had to guess.
I believe you're right. Also, King Shark is a villain who fights Aquaman, so I'm more of a fan of King Shark than I am the rest of these heroes.
Oh my god. But let's see who's on the leaderboard.
Plap has fallen down to 4th place as Alice, an adult, takes first. Horde Jedi rises to 2nd. Wizard Guy is in 3rd.
Joins the scoreboard. Welcome, Wizard Guy.
Welcome to Wizard Guy to the scoreboard. Welcome to the leaderboard.
Alice, by saying you are an adult, it makes me think that you are very much not an adult. Are you some sort of halfling that is trying to pass as an adult?
Do halflings not reach maturity? Like,
I mean, there can be adult
age
halflings.
maturity.
That's
What
a very
counts as an
elf-centric
adult?
argument
Do
for
they
you to
have
make.
reach sexual maturity, or is it more of a like life stage sort of thing?
I'm receiving reports Alice is actually a board-certified adult.
Wow, it's okay. Just because the board certified you doesn't mean you have to like do what they certified you to do.
I mean, I'm an adult.
I've been certified as a nurse practitioner. Do you see me using that?
I mean, occasionally.
Except it cause more pain.
Yeah, occasionally you get someone, when you accidentally kill someone who's undergoing torment, you will then resurrect them using your nursing skills.
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh.
Kristie, are you a cleric? To what god do you
Oh my
owe
gosh,
the
I clerk all the time for the Grand Aquarium.
Yeah,
Empire.
clerking
There's
is a key
so
intern skill.
much paperwork.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
I
Let's
could
go
do
to the
it, but I
next
don't want to.
question.
One on the list of MPAA movie ratings, R stands for raunchy, restricted, ribald, or a really, really good time. The MPAA is, of course, the Motion Picture Association of America, which is the USA, which is a country on many Earths, ratings board for the movie industry to rate itself.
They're pretty much standard on all of the late-stage capitalism who will survive Earths.
They also show as much of a preference for violence over sex as I do, because I think fornication is a gross third-dimensional habit, but violence is the core of all of our great shows.
Oh my god.
Is this a homage to a land that was once full of holly trees, and thus they call it the Hollywood?
Absolutely.
And it was full of something. Certainly.
Oh my god, says Stephen Premmel.
Oh my god. AW got it right. It's restricted.
It was one of the original 4 MPAA movie ratings introduced in 1968. Initially, it only barred people under 16 from seeing a movie without a parent or adult guardian, but it was raised to 17 in 1970. Why? Our intern couldn't find the answer. If you know the answer, sound off in the chat. But yes, the MPAA does exist in other dimensions. It's a shame. It's a shame.
Oh, good. They're full of ambient marijuana these days.
Well, that's an
always
improvement. That's an
nice.
improvement for sure.
Yeah.
You know what else may have improved? Someone standing on the leaderboard. I was so right.
Wizard Guy is gone, and Palp is back
Plap,
up.
plap,
Plap. Plap, plap, plap.
plap, 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 plap. Bootleg Bart, I presume B-Bart is Bootleg Bart, is in 4th, and Cruds rounds it out with 5th. Horde Jedi is on Alice's Alice's tail. That's very true.
Let's see if you can catch up.
And this one is a special question because it's a double points question. What was the name of the exercise TV show created by Disney in 1983? Was that Mickey Robics, Mousercise, Disney Size, or CrossFit? What are some exercise regimens from your world? Fallethandriel friend.
Eth-Rrealis, yes. Well, we go through runs in the woods, bare naked at the height of twilight. We fight and spar with each other in combat using the ancient swords, stabs, and bows of our people. And we also do CrossFit. That has caught on in the Elven Woods too. I see that it is an option here, and well, you know,
It's so popular. Oh
It
my
really
god.
Wow. I did not expect... That was a double points one because we thought it was a tricky question, so that's very interesting. It was Mousercise. The show ran for... That was our surprise. That's what interns in the audience sound like when they're surprised. They emit musical notes.
Yeah.
But the show...
And they gasp
also
in
gasped.
unison. Yeah.
Also, those were separate halves of the audience. There's the music
Yes.
half and the gasping half. But Mousercise ran for 13 years until it left the airwaves in 1996. The show featured Caitlin Plastiart, along with Mickey Mouse and other Disney characters exercising with a group of kids. Disney Size is actually the official exorcism kit of the Walt Disney Company.
That was fun.
Also, quick question from Stephen Premel for you. Do you flip over really large stone trolls when you're doing CrossFit?
Of course, we flip over them. There are 3 in a small cluster in a small gland, and we, basically have competitions about who can have a ripping bod covered in sweat and flip over the trolls the most number of times.
Wow.
Look, you may not like it, but this is what the ideal fifth-dimensional body looks like.
It's true.
You know what I think some people may not like as well?
The interns do. The
interns love it. I think the interns would also like to see the leaderboard. Oh. Horde Jedi is now in first place. The shock is audible here in the studio. Horde Jedi in first. Alice still has the highest answer streak of 4, but didn't answer quick enough to hold on to the lead. Plap is in third. Cruds is in 4th, and Babart rounds out the leaderboard. Horde Jedi shocked, just like our interns here watching us perform. And Stephen Prumel had a question for me. What portions of my being do I store in the 4th dimension? Wouldn't you like to know? I'll never reveal that sensitive information to anyone, even a potential Terrarian spy.
Have you the capacity to
try
visit
better?
The ethereal plane?
Have I what now? I couldn't hear you because I was still opining about my greatness. What did you say?
Have you the capacity to visit the ethereal plane?
Ugh, oh my god.
I can visit so many
That place
planes.
is so played out. Seriously not worth the hype. Oh. But you know what? It's worth the hype. Fluval's next question.
What monk's study of pea plants advanced scientific knowledge of heredity? Not to be confused with Hereditary, the movie. Was that Gregor Mendel,
/documentary.
Louis Pasteur, Charles Darwin, or Thelonious Monk? I mean, you clarified that it's documentary, but as I believe was established on a recent episode, all novels are things that happen to the author.
Yes.
George R. R. Martin's life has just been very hard.
Oh my goodness.
6 of you got it correct. It was in fact Gregor Mendel. Specifically, he deduced that genes come in pairs and are inherited as distinct units, one from each parent. Obviously, this is for third-dimensional beings. Everything I got from Grand Emperor Aquion, who I was decanted from.
The endless tank from whence all sea life is decanted.
Absolutely,
Fluval was lovingly decanted by me millennia ago or in the future.
Depends on where you are.
Let's see what that did to the standings.
Horde Jedi is held on to first. Bootleg Bart shot up into third. Alice is in second. Plap is in fourth. And Cruds is in a very non-cruddy position of 5th place. 3 players, by the way, just got 3 answers in a row correct. So this seems to be pretty good trivia in terms of the audience getting to compete. It seems like a dead heat. Anyone's game. Alice gets yogurt from the ethereal plane. Oh, in ethereal plane. That's the flavor. I don't eat food, so I got a little bit confused. But yeah, psychoactive honey would probably be a great addition, Stephen Premel. I agree with you on that one.
Delicious.
You know what else is a great addition?
But
Our next question. Prior to creating SpongeBob SquarePants, Steven Hillenburg worked on which Nicktoon? Rocket Power, Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, or Cowboy Bebop? And seen here, of course, is someone who turned SpongeBob into a suit of armor that they wear to fight against the vile Squidward.
are there SpongeBobs on your world?
There are creatures made of a spongy substance, but they're mostly just, murdered and then eaten. So is that the same for your SpongeBob SquarePants? Does he get murdered and eaten as well?
In some versions, my favorite one.
In others, it's a show where an evil sponge is constantly messing up a poor crab's dream of simply having money and power.
Yes. It's just really... We started not allowing it on Late Stage Capitalism Who Will Survive Earth.
Yeah.
It's just so...
It's rated X.
Yes.
So
They should definitely hire some heroes to take care of that sponge for them.
That is an option.
that's an option. That is a very good option. I don't like to compliment a third-dimensional being, so I won't as we go to the leaderboard. Alice has retaken first place, Horde Jedi is in second, B-Bart is in third, Cruds is in fourth, and Plap has fallen to fifth place. But
Oh my god.
I don't think Plap needs to be too worried because there's something special about our next question.
What is that?
It's a double points round. Baltimore's water wheel powered trash interceptor is better known by what name? Is that Clean Gene, Mr. Trash Wheel, Wheelie McWheelface, or William? Have you ever seen a water wheel powered trash interceptor?
I personally have visited the ocean many times, seas, the great lakes that live and fill with life. And no, I have not seen that particular device before. Some dwarven mechanics and engineers were building something similar, but never something with such large eyes. I almost feel like I should kill it.
You probably should, but you can get to that later. I mean...
Well, four of you got it correct. It is, in fact, Mr. Trash Wheel. And while this is Baltimore's original one, not the only Trash Wheel, they also have Professor Trash Wheel, Captain Trash Wheel, and Gwynda the Good Wheel of the West. Those are all real names. And Horde Jedi has sounded in saying,
Yes.
Professor Trash Wheel is coming to Oakland in 2022. I also know San Francisco is trying to get one, but refused to give it a fun name or persona. Alice says she'll give her life for the Trash Wheel, which I hope doesn't have to happen. And
But boy, would that showdown be epic. I mean, just the best in trash TV, right?
a great trash TV.
I agree with Cuddly Drawn. Clean Gene is a better name.
That is so true. Maybe for some, like, kind of Gregor Mendel mashup.
Look, our interns are very clever. What can I say?
Let's see what that did to the leaderboard.
Alice has held on to first. Horde Jedi shot down to third as Bootleg Bart took second. Plap is back in fourth, and Cruds is in fifth. And Alice, an adult, has a streak with 7 correct answers in a row. Wow. Wow. Let's see if that streak continues, shall we? As we go on to question number 8. Before he was an actor on Community and in The Hangover, Ken Jeong made his living as a acting teacher, lawyer, doctor, or child actor.
Again, this holly of wood.
Hollywood, in addition to its holly, was a big hub of the performing arts.
And exploitation thereof.
Oh, I mean, that goes with the performing arts, of course. But, I mean, I think that's not really I think it's also probably because when you eat the holly, you just get tired and are a better audience, you know?
Yeah.
Alice is doing great. The wood and holly used to live in a land all its own. That is also very true. It was, in fact, known as Hollywood Land at one point. He was not only a doctor, by the way. He was a physician of internal medicine at a Kaiser Permanente hospital in Woodland Hills, which is near the Wood of Holly.
Oh my god. Just like the sandwich.
Just like the sandwich, indeed. I think let's see our leaderboard. Everyone got it, but who was quickest? Well, we won't know because the leaderboard stayed the same, so let's just move right on to question number 9. Which country originated eating from a smorgasbord? Was that Denmark, Norway, Sweden, or Smorgas? Do you have smorgasbords on your world?
A smorgasbord, that sounds like a kind of creature that would devour small children in the deepest of nights.
I think you would probably
That sounds
pair
good.
those children with other sort of appetizers and meats and various fruits and cheeses because it sounds like a sophisticated monster, but
As though it would choose different children from different outposts and small
Ooh.
towns and enjoy a nice variety, maybe from different lands.
it's interesting that it doesn't eat local.
Yes.
I'm sure that local is plebeian to such creature as a smorgasbord.
Oh, I mean, almost certainly. With a name like Smorgasbord, it has to be good. Forb, you got it correct. It was, in fact, Sweden. A smorgasbord is a buffet offering a variety of hot and cold meats, salads, hors all that. It's all gross matter consumption to me.
Horde Jedi, we'll see if you get extra points for taking a really, really long time to choose the long answer on the leaderboard.
Plap has an answer streak of 3, which, coincidentally enough, is also the place they're in now.
Let's see what the next question is.
Let's see what our next question is. What does karaoke translate to in English? Is that empty orchestra, drunken lullabies, sing together, or nothing? It's not translatable.
What are the song arts? What are the singing arts like?
Yeah, I assume, or do you have bards?
The elven
Bards?
bards are amongst the best in the world, given that they have had many lives to master their craft. There are
Wow,
few
you're really
strong-
big on this whole we're hella old, so we're good at
Wait,
everything
you said many
thing.
lives. Do you have do the elves reincarnate, or are they just old? Is it human lives? Are you just like being weird with really specific as you go through with how you're defining things?
You're asking if an entire species that is long-lived would basically mark their success by the death of other species and people? No, we would never
Well-
exactly do that.
When you put it that way, actually, that sounds pretty nice.
I know,
I'm
right?
very long-lived. I've lived countless lifetimes.
So,
Forb, you got it correct.
Why?
It is, in fact, empty orchestra. And not only that, here's a Fluval's fact. Fractal, the term karaoke, predates karaoke machines. Prior to the creation of the machines, touring singers would travel with tapes of pre-recorded music instead of a backing orchestra. And it was mostly classical orchestral music. And the term was born because they would perform in venues with orchestra pits that were empty. So they were literally performing before an empty orchestra.
Let's see what that did to the leaderboard.
Poor Jedi is up into 3rd, Plap is in 4th, and Lost Cause doesn't seem to be such a lost cause as they are in 5th place.
But hang on, friends, because something really exciting is about to happen.
That's right.
We're halfway through!
We're halfway through. Yeah! We're halfway through.
And when we're halfway through Grand Trivia, we like to just pose a little get-to-know-you question to our guest and anyone watching in the audience. So, Fallethandriel, our little question is, would you rather have everyone be able to read your mind or have everyone be able to see your dreams? Now, I'd expect as an elf that you have some pretty prophetic dreams every now and again. Now, the question is, how much can you control your thoughts? Really? What do you think, studio audience? And guests? It looks like we have a lot of claps. Claps aren't an answer, intern. Stuff like that.
Stephen Premel says he'd prefer for people to see his dreams. Which is a very interesting answer. Horde Jedi says the same thing. Watch my dreams, I don't care. Bootleg Bart agrees.
Wow.
What do you think?
Fallethandriel Eth-Rrealis, yes. I would have to agree with them. Dreams is definitely what I would rather one watch. For I dream of such grandeur, fighting mighty beasts, dragons, griffins, smorgasbords.
So you haven't been picked for one of the prophetic ones yet? Is that like you have to be like a really special elf thing? Like it's just something you're born with, you can't just acquire? Or...
Well,
Lifetimes. Such a long-lived species.
Lifetimes.
I live hundreds of years. I'm so old. I didn't witness the birth of the universe and won't witness its heat death. Oh, I'm so old.
Well, now that you mention it, thank you for rubbing that in. No, I have not been chosen for prophetic dreams yet, but I should prove myself on this quest, and the great lady of the elves shall bestow upon me the gift of foresight.
Well, that all sounds very fun. But we've got more trivia coming your way.
Here's question 11, which is a multi-select. The Republican mayor of Knox County, Tennessee, wrestled for the WWE under which of these gimmicks? Was he IRS, an evil tax collector, Isaac Yankem, DDS, an evil dentist, Kane, an evil demon, or The Undertaker, a morally complicated dead man? Which of these gimmicks, and it may be more than one, did the mayor of Knox County, Tennessee wrestle for under the WWE? I suppose it is definitely more than one because it's a multi-select. That gives away that there's two answers. Wow. A lot of you got it correct. It was, in fact, Isaac Yankem and Kane. But note, all of these gimmicks are real. There really was a wrestler who was just an evil tax collector named IRS.
This is why we live in the Elven Woods, where taxes don't exist.
That's why you live out there. I understand now. No streets means no taxes.
Exactly, Alice, the mean red machine.
Roads, no
Exactly.
infrastructure.
You're getting
Yes,
it.
that's why you don't have the street sharks. Okay.
Are you all
okay.
sovereign citizens?
We're more of a collective of, well, folks. I mean, honestly, if you think about the fact that we lived for thousands of years, paying taxes for that long would suck, and having to hold the same job for that long would also be quite terrible. So,
I disagree.
Yeah, complete.
This has been my
disagree.
job for
Complete
so
disagree.
long.
Me too.
So
Oh my
long.
God, so many iterations.
But let's see the leaderboard. Alice held on to first. Plap is now in third. Horde Jedi fell to fourth, and Cruds is back on the leaderboard in fifth. But Bootleg Bart held on to second. Stephen Premel points out an elf commune. My guy is in a woodland cult. What do you have to say to that?
Probably.
it's not a cult. It is not a cult. It is not a cult. We do have CrossFit, and we do all dance around naked in the middle of the woods drinking wine, but it's not a cult, I promise.
Alice Forever Cemetery. So Horde Jedi has a question also. So there's no elven social safety net?
No, we just all take care of each other until we die.
Is there an elf union, as Alice wants to know about?
A union.
A union with an E that's hard to pronounce.
No, we're actually notorious union breakers. We hate unions.
Well, that answers that, I guess, as we go on to the next question. The first ever documented webcam was used to monitor what inanimate object? A cat feeder, a coffee machine, a particle accelerator, or a box containing 50 plus mystery items. Chat blowing up with the revelation that you are a bunch of elf Pinkertons. Who could have seen that coming? Not me.
Oh, that a bunch of really old, wealthy elves would be just a little bit bastards? No.
I mean, that's what I've heard. I've heard the AEAB, all elves are bastards. Yeah, you're not
Don't like
making
that
friends
one,
with our audience here.
Yeah.
But it was a coffee machine. The University of Cambridge researchers used it to check coffee levels before getting up from their desk. Because, you know, if there's one thing engineers like to do, it's put in a lot of work to not have to put in a tiny bit of work later on. Thank you. As we are all recovering from my great joke, let's move to the leaderboard. Pretty static. Alice has 12 correct answers in a row, which is impressive because that was, in fact, question 12. Let's see if that streak continues. In question number 13. Abraham Lincoln's dog was so popular, its name has since become a generic name for dogs. What is it? Also, thank you for laughing at my joke, Stephen Premel. That's how I know people got it. Was it Rover, Spot, Fido, or Abe Jr.? And if you are from Dog Earth, this question won't make sense to you, so take the time to bark at something outside, and I'll just mark you down as wrong. It was, in fact, Fido, as 4 of you guessed correctly. While Fido was first dog of the U.S., the Lincolns decided not to bring him to Washington because they knew the hustle and bustle, as well as the loud noises, would scare him. Alice Forever Cemetery and Bootleg Bart totally guessed on that question. And Stephen Premel says it was a good one, so thank you.
Of course it's good. Fluval makes the best question. He's Grand Trivia Master of the Aquarium Empire.
I am, and because it was
So
such a
good at
great question, let's see the leaderboard as it gets into its correct state. Oh wow, Horde Jedi shot up to second place. Good job, Horde Jedi.
Wow.
Alice got it correct as well, and now has a correct answer streak of 13, which is the highest of any of our players.
But let's see.
You want to know what happens to Fido? I'll tell you what happens to Fido. So Fido dies the same year as Abraham Lincoln. They left him with a family friend when they went to D.C., and then Fido dies the same year as Abraham Lincoln, and we know that because Fido was at Lincoln's funeral and then got stabbed by a drunk guy later that year who thought that Fido was attacking him. Fido's life is, I know it's a downer, it's just like one of those things that's an insane history fact that I obviously I know a lot of insane history facts, but it's just one of those ones that when you see it, it just... Look, I will never forget that is the fact about Fido, and now neither will you. So congratulations, that sad fact has spread like a contagion. Yes, the entire Lincoln family has a bunch of tragedy, that is correct. Horde Jedi, yeah, it's a fair question, but you know what? Remember that, keep that in your head, because odds are that will show up on a future Grand Trivia. Also, Promo points out you asked me, not Jesus Christ, who is definitely not on this stream and was not looking out for Fido either as we go into our next question. In 1991, Disney proposed letting which characters take over Disneyland for one whole year? Is that the Looney Tunes, the Muppets, the Avengers, or the cast of Hellraiser? Alice.
They let the cast of Hellraiser take over for a full year? Ugh. Still cleaning everything. Oh my goodness. All the hooks. Why did they use our hooks?
Jesus has not actually been on this show.
No.
Not yet. But 4 of you said the Looney Tunes, 4 of you said the Muppets. It was the Muppets. They were going to rename the park Muppet Land, and all the Disney characters would be replaced by the Muppets, with the explanation being that Mickey and Minnie needed a vacation. Well, Mickey and the whole gang, really. Needed a vacation following the park's 35th anniversary. And Kermit, swell guy that he is, stepped up and offered to take over for them. The YouTube channel Defunct Land has a really good video delving into all of this, including all of the specific replacements that were going to happen. Also, fun fact, this connects, I guess Fluval's Fact Fractal, this connects to the previous question because Muppet Vision 3D was going to replace Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln, and they were going to remove Mr. Lincoln from the theme park entirely and replace them with the Muppets.
It would be the third tragedy.
The third tragedy of the Lincoln family getting removed from Disneyland.
Assassination, dog assassination, removal from Disneyland.
It sounds like they're cursed. They should really ask a head switch for help with that, or a wizard or something.
Well, actually, they could have asked Helena Petrovna Blavatsky.
Oh, that's a good question, Alice Forever Cemetery.
But some drunk come stab Goofy outside. Yo.
Also, Horde Jedi has a question. Do we think that Muppet Haunted Mansion would be a good ride? Because Bryson doesn't. I don't know who Bryson is, but I think it'd be a great ride. I'd love to see Uncle Deadly, who is the Muppet I most relate to. I mean, I think other than being red and him blue, I have quite a resemblance to Uncle Deadly. I think, yeah, it'd be a great ride. So much better than the current Haunted Mansion. And I think, and now this is going to be controversial, I think that's even a better theming than Nightmare Before Christmas Haunted Mansion.
Oh my god,
because
absolutely.
I haven't seen that as much. And so I don't have nostalgia for it.
And what Fluval has nostalgia for is all that matters, okay?
Absolutely. That's why this show continues to run. And you know what I have nostalgia for right now?
What?
The leaderboard. Oh, Horde Jedi says, Fluval, thank you, love you.
Good.
I'm glad to hear that, Horde Jedi, because you have an answer streak of 3 in a row. But Alice is still in the lead.
You, but that's good.
Yeah, we may have to destroy your planet, but that's just business. That's just business. You know what else is business?
You are a god, Griffin Fish. You're a capricious one.
Oh, I'm capricious as hell.
Capricious as hell.
I am capricious as hell. That's why we're moving on to the next question. And this is a multi-select once again, so this could be a good opportunity to come back from behind if you need the points. The Hoover Dam is on the border between which 2 states? Nevada, Utah, Arizona, or Denial? Pictured here, of course, is the feeble Hoover Dam, the engineering marvel. I could build a bigger dam if I wanted. I just don't feel like it. Wow, Lottie, you got that correct. It is, in fact, Nevada and Arizona. Do they have dams in your world?
Within the Elven Woods, no. But I have heard of, humans and dwarves creating dams to manufacture areas of agricultural benefit.
What about beavers?
Yeah.
Oh,
The beavers?
There are no beavers. They were hunted to extinction about 7 generations ago.
Oh, that makes sense. Fair enough. The Fuber Dam. Also a good point.
Cemetery is correct. Yes.
Yes.
Without taxes, we can't afford infrastructure. And without infrastructure, well, we just eat berries off of trees most of the time.
But a mantle has been passed. Horde Jedi now has the highest correct answer streak at 4. Alice's has passed, so you may still win this, Horde Jedi. And so may many of you, as we go to question number 16. The International UFO Museum and Research Center and Gift Shop is located in what city? Lubbock, Texas, Marfa, Texas, Roswell, New Mexico, or Rough and Ready, California. Pictured here is, of course, the UFO Museum and Research Center and Gift Shop, which is the name. There are that many ands in the official name. 7 of you got it correct. It is Roswell, New Mexico, which is also the alleged location of the Area 51 crash site. Opened in 1991, it has a UFO reading room and is the centerpiece of the annual UFO Fest held in Roswell every year. I definitely encourage all humans who can make it there to check it out. It's a lot of fun. That was the trick. The trick was making people think that it was a trick question. As I said a lot last week, I'm Trixie.
I thought that your moniker was Fluval.
It's a descriptor. Oh, what did I do in Roswell? I removed all evidence of the Grand Aquarium Empire from their museum.
It had a lot.
It was,
Like a little too much.
we have a competing museum down the street from the UFO museum, and I don't want them to infringe on our franchisable IP.
Oh my god, absolutely. That
Yes, there is a
IP,
New Mexico in a lot of
honestly,
timelines, too.
It was worth creating all of those armies just to protect the IP, I
But
think.
you can see the fake alien corpse insurgents from the Alien Autopsy TV show that aired on Fox in the 90s there.
Yes.
And they have the weather balloon. They have evidence of the weather balloon that people say was actually the Area 51 thing. They have a lot of evidence. And a bunch of, ancient carvings. It's a lot. So is our leaderboard. Bootleg Bart is in second. Plap is in third. Horde Jedi is in fourth. Cruds is in fifth. 3 players have reached answer streak of 3, but Alice is holding on to the lead. I think it's time to go to our next question and see if that streak continues. Which country's national animal is a unicorn? Is that Scotland, Wales, Ireland, or Fantasyland?
What is your nation's national animal? Clearly not beavers.
Yeah, no beavers. Well,
It is the great elk. His majestic horns spearing up and yet spreading out like the boughs of a great tree.
Wow, just like a normal elk. Nothing fancier came up in all those lifetimes.
I should clarify something for you. Unicorns are, of course, one of many fictional creatures on that earth, such as griffins, chupacabras, and millennials who can afford a house. I know unicorns are real in your world, but I needed to clarify that.
I understand. I'm just curious why the human who worships a fish is giving me crap about worshipping an elk.
Well, I'm not I'm not like literally
An
a
elk.
fish. I'm a fifth dimensional being who
Elks
just appears
are
to you.
third-dimensional beings, okay? They're dirt.
Also,
just like
Horde
you.
Jedi has a question. Wait, you mean the bowels of the tree? What are the
Yes.
bowels of the tree? Does that tree have a butt? Because
Yes.
that's gross. If it
That's
defecates,
where
I
we
don't like
plant
it.
all of our dead. When you die, you go up the arse of a tree.
Oh wow, that's good to know. Oh, also, Alice Forever Cemetery pointing out unicorns are much sought on Tinder.
That's very true.
I have heard this too. Weirdly enough, in our land, this is also true.
That's a fair question, Stephen Premel, or a fair guess, but I guess it's wrong. Also, unicorns have been associated with Scotland since the 12th century when it was on the Scottish Royal Coat of Arms of William I. Horde Jedi back up into 3, and Lost Cause is back up in the game with 3 correct answers in a row, so maybe not a lost cause at all. Horde Jedi is apparently coming back around on elves
Oh,
after hearing about how you dispose of your dead. Well, let's go to our next question. Question 18. Nintendo's single greatest character, Waluigi, debuted in what game? Was that Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Party, or Waluigi? I'm the best.
Which can't be true because Fluval's the best. Let's
Absolutely.
be real.
But I mean, maybe they mean the best fictional character because I'm real. I'm a real being, so it's like a different classification, you know?
this man looks like a troll.
He does look like, you know what? I'm just because you pointed that out. He does look like a troll, and I think that is a very good point to highlight. He looks exactly like a troll. But 5 of you got it correct. It was Mario Tennis for the Nintendo 64. He was created to serve as a doubles partner for Wario. There's gnashing of teeth in the chat, so it seems like many of them may have gotten it wrong. Let's go to the leaderboard to see if all of these cries of agony are merited. No, they're not. They all got it correct. I guess those are jubilations. Wow!
But Kratz has a streak with 5 correct answers in a row.
Very
Which is
true.
more than all the other streaks, isn't it?
I don't know. It didn't say highest streak,
Oh.
but it's a heck of a streak nonetheless.
Heck of a streak.
We're about to go to our penultimate question. How are you feeling? Oh, I guess we're going. Here we go. Fleabag creator Phoebe Waller-Bridge voiced which Star Wars character? Babu Frick, Dio, L337, or Darth Maul's lower half? I've been informed those was were Waluigi was. Ah!
Ah!
Whatever character Phoebe Waller-Bridge
Fallethandriel.
voice
Wah.
doesn't have as much of an iconic line, but
Wah. We're all doing
Fallethandriel. And I shall not wah as you wah.
Wah! Everyone's
Alice.
wahing!
Alice Forever
Why
Cemetery is saying she loved Phoebe Waller-Bridge until she learned she's a literal aristocrat.
Is she?
I'm learning this now.
Can you imagine?
This is like when I learned Downton Abbey wasn't a parody of how stupid old rich British people were.
It's almost like most humans in the world could create and produce like really beautiful moving pieces of art of various
Wow.
types if they only had the time and resources to do so.
Also, this reminds me, when was the last time we sprayed the intern's sleeping pit? I don't want another outbreak of flesh-eating space fleas.
Oh yeah, I gotta get on that. We lost like half of them last time, so I really gotta look at that formula.
Well, 5 of you, apparently the Waller-Bridges are old money. And literally aristocrats.
Is that like the elves, like really old
Yeah.
money?
Have any of your family members made a hit monologue-driven show about how hard it is just like living, you know?
With unnamed main characters?
With an unnamed main character and unnamed relations to that main character? And a hot
That
priest?
sounds like if a bard were to sing such a ballad, it would be boring AF.
Well, thank goodness Phoebe Waller-Bridge is an aristocrat and not a bard.
Yeah, thank goodness she spec'd herself as an aristocrat instead of a bard, because it's a very fun show.
But let's
But-
look at the leaderboard before our ultimate.
Dio was
Question.
J.J. Abrams, by the way. Wow, Horde Jedi is back with an answer streak of 3 in a row. So it's time to go to our final question, which is,
How
of
are we
course,
feeling?
we're already going to our double question, our double points final question. Who is the only artist legally allowed to use the light-sucking color known as Vantablack to create art? Is that Stuart Semple, Anish Kapoor, Barbara Kruger, or the Void Queen? Seen here is an approximation.
It is, of course, the Void Queen, the Queen of the Void. She is the only one able to use that which is not light. We fight her at every corner, and yet she prevails, for she is the nothing that we fear in the night.
You know, that's actually kind of thematically relevant to Fleabag, too, is fighting that nothingness that is haunting you. 4 of you got it correct. It is, in fact, Anish Kapoor. He is also the only artist legally prohibited from using many of Stuart Semple's paint colors, including Black 3.0 and Pinkest Pink. He also created the Chicago Bean. But, despite this prohibition, Kapoor bought some Pinkest Pink and posted a photo of himself flipping off the camera with a fluorescent pink finger, which is why I present for you my piece, Portrait of an Artist as a Very Mature Man. He's older than you would hope someone who decided to do this would be. You know, I'm just gonna look up, actually, how old is he right now? He is a 67-year-old artist who has many major works exhibited in multiple cities around the globe, but is so mad he can't use a worse version of a color he legally can use that he did this. I just needed to bring that up. This is one of those ones where I was like, I don't know if anyone's going to know it. 4 of you did, but the world needs to know.
Fallethandriel, how many lifetimes do you have to live before you don't have the urge to flip everyone off with a pink finger?
7. Very specific.
Okay, 7. That's good to know.
If you're up to 6, you have every desire to be an asshole. After 7, you just stop giving a fuck. 7 and up is just whatever.
You can also buy glow-in-the-dark paint from Stuart Semple and some red that actually still has cardamom in it. Not cardamom, but like cadmium. That still has cadmium in it. And so it's all over it. Don't eat our paints. I never would anyway because it's gross matter consumption. I just wanted to give that heads up. Don't eat any of these paints. But I think it's time to see if any similar vendettas have arisen from the leaderboard. And the podium itself, actually. With 14 out of 20 correct, Plap is in 3rd. With 16 out of 20 correct, Horde Jedi is in 2nd. And with 19 out of 20 correct, Alice, an adult, is in 1st place.
Oh my god!
And B-Bar
congratulations!
And Lost Cause round out the leader. Lost Cause wasn't such a lost cause after all with 5th place. So congratulations, Lost Cause. And congratulations to all our players. We appreciate you taking time out of your short third-dimensional lives to play Grand Trivia with us, your superiors, and also this elf guy.
Now let's show Alice what she won.
What did Alice win? Let's see. Let's see what Alice won. So Redactron points out, don't blow up that sweet night crew sign. We didn't. No. We blew up the Elven Forest. Alice lives to play another day. It's fun being evil. I know Kermit says it's not easy being green, but it's real easy being me.
As I should be.
We blew up the elves.
Thank you all so much for joining us, and be sure to come back next week for another Grand Trivia before we make a triumphant performance on Mall Earth. Very excited for that. Get your tickets. It's absolutely going to sell out. There's going to be so many people at Mall Earth.
You're saying we have one more Grand Trivia, and then it's Mall Earth.
Yes.
That's right. I just wanted to get it in a linear time frame for those lowly third-dimensional beings watching.
Yes.
I am a fifth-dimensional scamp. Thank you. Thank you. That's right. The next big episode of Radio Free Multiverse, our flagship show, Journeys to Mall Earth. Will Tiffany be there?
We took her slot. Like, she was kind of pissed off about it, so
she
we
had
vaporize her. But we're gonna sell out. Like, we're definitely gonna.
It's gonna go great
to that mall than she ever did. I think she's alone. now.
There doesn't seem to be anyone around, but there will be throngs of people around when I perform trivia on Mall Earth in 2 weeks. So thank you for joining us, and we will see you next time. Haha, see.
Oh, the fifth dimension. How do I begin to explain this to someone who is so puny? Ha 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 ha. Unlike Fluval, of all the dimensions. Here he comes, swimming closer than farther away.